All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, yeah, it's something I feel that we all know, but just to overall confirm it with everybody, P. Diddy is cooked. Nah, man, he's somebody where it's like, I never really idolized that man growing up, but at the same time, I never had anything bad to say about him because you didn't know of this stuff until, it came out. But yeah, it just seems like as the time goes on and then more information comes out about his personal life, yeah, it makes you look at him differently. But I think the question that I would like answers to is who else was at these parties that he would have. So I guess for those that haven't really been following the whole situation, so this has been going on for some time now. Like I think that's something that some of us might have known, some of us might have not known. But yeah, this has been going on for some time where P. Diddy would have these wild parties called freak off parties. And pretty much the best possible way I can put it is that they hire people to show up to these parties, and then they pretty much I don't know how I can say it in a term where if kids is listening, then they're all like, what's a freak off party? Like, that's dang, bruh. That's something where I'm like, I don't know how to describe it in kid terms, but overall, let's just say it's a very explicit party. Okay, there we go. I feel like that's the best possible way of describing it. But yeah, it's a very explicit party. Things go down at these parties when they hire these people. And then yeah, but the thing is this though, like these parties don't, it ain't like just some normal party. Like if you've been to a party before, usually parties are like, a few hours and then everybody heads home the next day. No, I heard these parties would go on for days. And so to me, it's like, why is a party going on for that long? And then on top of that, why are you inviting people over to these parties where they're going to be doing stuff that they're not comfortable doing? And then it's like you're threatening to leak them out to the world and stuff if they, I guess don't follow with your orders and stuff. And I'm like, man, that to me, and it's just with this whole situation, it's so overwhelming. Like I don't even know where to start with this. Like I sat down, I started thinking of doing this podcast episode, but I'm like, fam, where do I start? Because there's so many different areas of starting. I mean, we could go to the 90s, the early 2000s, the 2010s, 2020s. Like it just seems like that there is a never-ending cycle to what stuff P. Diddy is, what he done did and the stuff that he's behind. And I'm like, man, to me, it's like, it makes you thankful. Like, I'm telling you, like, I am thankful that I am not in that circle because, man, I'm telling you, like, it's stuff where you hear where people come up out of there traumatized almost. Like they suffering from something. Like I don't know what the situation is with Justin Bieber, but they like recently, because that's, I guess, for those that haven't really been following the case. So recently they have been showing clips of P. Diddy and I don't know why I keep calling him, because I think, yeah, he's just called Diddy now, but he done changed up his name so many different times. Like I don't know what to call the man, So yeah, if I call him P. Diddy, just I am going to title this episode like Diddy Is Cooked. But yeah, if I say P. Diddy or Puffy or Sean Combs, whatever, because the man got like 100 million different names. That's something that I had been saying long before this whole situation came out. But you know what's so upsetting though? I remember when I was younger and I had a Sean Combs jacket and I wore that jacket all the time, and I'm like, man, I feel like that if anybody remembers that, look, bruh, I did not know. If I would have known back then what Diddy was all about, I would have not been wearing that jacket. I don't even think I have that jacket anymore. If I do, I'm definitely, no, that's something that I have been doing is anytime, because I did have like some songs that Diddy did and some songs that he was featured on, and I've just been removing all those songs from at least from my Spotify playlist and stuff. Nah, man, because I'm like, nah, I can't support him. My thing is this: he done made, like, how, because what, he probably done made billions. Like, I feel like if he hasn't made billions, then he done made like some high millions off of the music. He don't need no more of my listens, my, overall, yeah, making money off of me and things. I'm like, nah, bro, you good. But that's the crazy thing about it, is that I guess people have been listening to his music more since all this stuff has came out. And I'm like, man, to me, that I find it weird that if anybody is supporting Diddy on all the stuff that he's did, like, not, I guess not so much as supporting the act, but I guess trying to defend him overall. Yeah, if you want to defend him right now, you very well can. But when this court situation starts up and then things start coming out, and like, overall, yeah, like, Diddy is gonna be found guilty for the stuff that he's been doing. If you're still defending this man after the fact, like, yeah, let's say they unsentence him, he went to prison, all this other stuff, and you're still supporting him, you're just as weirder than Diddy. That's how I see it. You're just as weirder than him. Because to me, I'm like, fam, they haven't even came out with no stuff yet that I guess is legitimate. It's just been speculations, allegations, and rumors, but look, I ain't trying to take no chances. I did the same. I remember when R. Kelly, with his whole situation, when all that stuff started coming out, I started unliking, well, at least I didn't have like a whole bunch of R. Kelly songs. I think I had like maybe a couple of songs and that was it. I stopped listening to them. Anybody that goes out and they do some old weird stuff, I just recently did that with Yo Gotti. I unliked one of his songs because of the whole situation with his brother and Young Dolph. And I'm like, nah, man, that's just me. I can't support a person's artwork or whatever you want to call it. Overall, yeah, just their work. I can't support what they got going on if they out here living reckless behind the scenes, so yeah, it's just one of those. And there's probably other artists where I have their music and they live in reckless behind the scenes, and yeah, when that information comes out, you best believe they gonna get removed for, and I know it ain't gonna matter, but at the end of the day, I'm like, that's just overall, showing that I don't support that type of behavior with Diddy, Yo Gotti, R. Kelly, none of that stuff. I don't support none of it. So yeah, but even after the video, because there was the one video, and I was like, man, that to me, that's just messed up, where you put somebody through some traumatizing situation like that. But the Cassie video, so I guess for those that did, because I feel like there might be some people that just has like a blind eye to this whole situation, like, you don't know Diddy, I ain't gonna necessarily say you don't care for this situation, but you're just not paying attention to it, but I guess, yeah, there probably is some people out there that are like, I don't care about Diddy or the stuff that he ain't got caught up doing and things. But anyways, but no, there is a video of when he was in a relationship with there's a singer. She came out with this song, and that was like honestly one of the like goated songs back in the like 2000s and stuff, early 2000s. But no, there's a singer named Cassie, and I remember she came out with a lot of good music, but she had one song in particular called Me and You. That was one of those songs where it brings you back to just that nostalgic moment of like the early 2000s. But anyways, but yeah, so he was in a relationship with her for a minute. And there was this security camera video that came out of where, and you guys sit down and think about that type of stuff. Like, I don't know why guys, like, where if they want to be overall abusive, I don't know, like, how Spotify, like, how they are when it comes to certain words being said on my podcast. But it's like, I'm not saying it with bad intentions, but overall I am talking on the situation. And yes, P. Diddy is flat out abusive. I'm like, my thing is this, that video alone said enough about P. Diddy. He's a shady person, that's something where I'm like, fam, and you're trying to like pay off people and I guess keep it quiet and keep it behind, the curtains and stuff. But it's like, fam, just don't do stuff like that. It's like, my thing is this. Let's just see what his net worth is real quick. Hold on for a second. Diddy's net worth. Let's just see. There's like his Diddy a billionaire in 2022. Combs was labeled a billionaire for the first time. Bro, you're a whole billionaire. There's like he has a net worth of $600 million, but I imagine like he done made a lot more than that throughout his career. And then on top of that, you have a record label. Hold on for a second. Bad Boy Records. Okay, let's see all of the just former and current acts that it has right now. But anyways, all right, so roster, current acts. So Janelle Monáe is signed with Bad Boy Records. Wow. I wonder if she's definitely gonna try to get out of that record label, because I feel like Janelle Monáe, she doesn't come off as that person that's cool with Diddy. But I don't know. We won't know until a bunch of information comes out about overall P Diddy, like when this hits the court and stuff. But anyways, you have the like just talking on like because they have like the former acts, and I'm like, man, it's been a lot of people, and I imagine they did release some music where he has to still be making music off of them till this day. But anyways, you got the Notorious B.I.G., Biggie, of course. Faith Evans, who else? I'm just going based off of the names that I recognize. Mace, let's see, Mark Curry. Is that? Hold on for a second. I'm confused. Mark Curry. I don't think that's the. I feel like there is somebody out there. Mark Curry. That ain't the. No, that's not. Yeah, there's the American. Okay, so yeah, there's two different Mark Currys. Because I'm like, that don't even look like him. I'm like, I don't know who that man is. But I was about to say, I'm like, wait a minute, he released music? I was about to say, hold on for a second. I gotta listen to this man's music real quick. But anyways, but all right, so then Dream. No, that's not. I don't know that. I don't know that. It was like a music group. I'm like, I ain't never heard of that group before. But I have heard of the name Foxy Brown. I do know of her. New Edition. I don't think it's none of their original music, but they were signed with them from 2003 to 2006. Young Jock, Dirty Money. That was like a group that Diddy had created and stuff. But Gorilla Zoe, I have heard of that name. Who else? Cassie, Pitbull, Machine Gun Kelly, French Montana. Like, fam, you done had the Hitman. What is this? Labels. The Hitman is a production team for Bad Boy Records. The collective consists of several notable producers and musicians. They either work solo or alongside Combs in composing tracks for the artists on Bad Boy as well as outside the record label. It was announced that Kanye was a part of the current roster. Did not know that. So yeah, so he got like this like collective or production team for Bad Boy Records called the Hitman, where it's himself, Kanye. Who other people do they have on this list that I know? There's some of these names. Stevie J, I heard of that name before, but past people. Let's see. Yeah, there's some of these names. But I'm like, the thing is this. And that's just talking on his record label. We ain't talking on like the features that he probably got paid off for. Like this man, the point that I'm trying to make, you're at a point in time in your life, and you've been at this point in time in your life since the 90s. You should not be carrying on in a reckless way. That to me, it's stuff like that confuses the life out of me. It's like, how can you have it's like to most people, this is a life that people would dream about, bro. I'm telling you, like I just to go into my imagination. I remember I had a dream one time where I was in this nice house. I mean, it wasn't like no big old giant mansion, but I just remember it was this nice looking home where it was I remember it was just a swimming pool out in the back. Like this is a dream of mine. It was a swimming pool out in the back. I was hanging out with my family. Like I remember waking up from that dream and I was like, that was a good dream. That was a solid dream. But that's just something that I think of where I'm like, I'm living in a nice, like I even have it where friends of mine's where they'll send me like videos of homes and stuff, and they like, oh, this going like I think there was no, I take that back. There was a time where I remember I sent my friend, it was like this $19 million home. And she was like, she was saying that, she was like, oh, that's going to be your home one day. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that would be a nice home, to live in. Like, yeah, it's a big old giant mansion, but I definitely would live there. I'm like, nah, bruh. That's one of those houses where I'm like, yeah, my thing is this, even outside of that, just overall life. Like, what do you have to be going through to where you're going to have these wild parties? You're an abusive significant other. What are some other crazy things that he done did? It's like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, man, Diddy, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. And that's how I have to say, like, it's hard for me to do this episode because I'm really trying to piece it together. How does somebody in a good standings as Diddy carry on in that way? You know, like it's somewhere I'm like, yeah, it's difficult to think along those lines because I'm like, if I'm having a good life, and I'm like, even now, I'll have to say like, yeah, I don't have no life like Diddy, but overall though, I would say that I'm in a standings in my life to where I don't need to carry on like Diddy, and I'm nowhere near the level as Diddy, nowhere. I don't have the years of, people that like I done worked with and all that stuff. I worked with very few people throughout my whole career. I have not made probably not even a quarter of the amount of money that Diddy has made throughout his lifetime. I wonder if there's I'm gonna ask Chat GPT like throughout Diddy's career, how much money has he made? I'm curious if there's an exact number. So there's like Sean Diddy Combs, also known as Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, has built an incredibly diverse and lucrative career that spans music, fashion, alcohol, media, and more. While it's difficult to pinpoint an exact amount he's earned, his estimated net worth is around $1 billion as of 2023, according to Forbes. Here's a breakdown of the key income streams contributing to his wealth. So they say music, fashion, alcohol, media. Oh, I didn't know he was behind Ciroc. I did not know that at all. Is that alcohol? There's like, wait a minute. Yeah, I did not know that. Well, they don't say who's the founder. There's just like, it's a brand of alcohol in France, 23, owned by the British. Who created it though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Since 2010. They don't even say anything about no Sean Combs. I don't even know where Ciroc even came from, like, or why they even have it. Maybe he has some part of it. Alcohol beverage maker. Also, it's like by some. Yeah, they don't. I think he's just an investor in it and stuff. They were like one of the biggest or one of Diddy's biggest income sources is his. All right, so it's a partnership. He didn't do anything with it, but anyways, media and television and then other ventures. Diddy has invested in various businesses, including DeLeon Tequila, Aqua Hydrate, and other entrepreneurial efforts. I don't even know what that word is. That's my first time ever saying that word. But anyways, I went to public schools, people. I didn't go to college, so I don't be knowing words like that. But anyways, nah, man. It's just, to me, it's like you're in a good standing in life, and then you're carrying on in a way where it's like you're willing to risk your whole career to, in your words, have some fun. I don't get that. I don't know how having like that level of what he calls fun. Yeah, that ain't fun, bruh. That ain't fun at all. But I think that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this episode, is to ask this question, because I think that's a question that a lot of people would like an answer to. Who else was at these parties? Because it was the same friend that said that I'll be living in a big old fancy mansion. She sent me a video, because she's also paying attention to this stuff too. She sent me a video of where, I don't know if this was a lawyer or just somebody. I think she was just somebody that's working on the case with Diddy right now. But anyways, there is a video. And I don't know if this video is public, but there is a video that was circulating where she's seen I think she said she either seen the video or she's seen like parts of the video. She overall seen some portions of that video. I don't know if it was a whole video, screenshots, whatever, but she said there was a visible famous person in that video that was much more famous than P. Diddy. And to me, I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, bro, I think that's when it hit me that I'm like, because I know they did say that celebrities would be at these Diddy parties and stuff, but I'm like, man, that to me, I'm like, hey, if whoever that celebrity is, I'm like, man, and I just know that there's going to be a lot of people that's going to get exposed for being and supporting these Diddy parties. And if they see them in these videos more than once, like, I get if it's one time, because it's like, okay, I can see it like this, where you're friends with Diddy. You really don't know what Diddy is like, but he's all like, hey, you want to go to one of my parties? And it's like, yeah, sure. A Diddy party? Yeah, sure. I'll go to a Diddy party and stuff. You show up there. You've been drinking. You've been having fun. Then at some point in time, Diddy's talking about, now let's start the real action. All of a sudden, you have it where these hired people are going around carrying on in explicit ways with other guests. And you're kind of like, I feel like with me, even if I have been drinking and I'm on a little, it would have to be a situation where I would have to be blackout drunk. But I have never gotten to that point where I've been blackout drunk. And I know if I am getting to that point, I need to stop drinking. But I have to say, if I could think of the one moment where I was drunk, and let's say putting myself in that same, just like level of drunkenness, but being at a Diddy party, yeah, I think I would have seen the issue and I've been like, nah, bro, I gotta get up out of here. I'm like, I feel like that there had to have been people that they overall had a gut feeling that something was not right with this party. And I guarantee and I promise you, I would have had a gut feeling if we're still, no, the thing is this, and let's just say I don't. Let's just say I'm just naive to the whole situation. You're partying for like 2-3 days with the same people. Nah, bro, something has to be wrong. Something has to be wrong. So, yeah, man, let's just overall see what happens with this whole Diddy situation, because I'm telling you, it's definitely going to be a situation when this whole court case starts. And I don't even know when exactly it does start, but let me ask Chat GPT real quick. When does Diddy's case start? Because I'm curious. Searching the web, case start date. Diddy's federal case, which involves charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and related crimes, is progressing with a pretrial date set for March 19, 2024. So that stuff has already started. His case was recently reassigned to some judge, after his previous judge recused himself. Diddy, who pleaded not guilty, faces serious allegations, and if convicted, he can spend the rest of his life in prison. To me, that's just crazy. That's just crazy to think, like, somebody that we like, he's been a source of our, I ain't gonna say like all of our entertainment, but some of our entertainment, he's been a source to it. And to just look up and you see, yeah, man, I'm like, you messed up. All right, I'm gonna say that much about Diddy. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.